Hello everyone and welcome back to 7 Days to Die. I'm FK and I'm playing on RongoTheBold's community server. I just came out of the forges cooking up some more metal to finish up our merry-go-round. And today we are going to finish that, hopefully. If it doesn't crash down on us, on our heads again. And we are going to work on the playground next to it. Now, I already drew out some ideas. I don't know if any of you have seen the playground I've done in the past near my motel with the tires, the hopscotch thingy. We're not going to use tires in this build, and that's because I just found out that although we can craft tires, it costs 8 oil per tire. We would need about 5 or 6 tires, so that would mean using up all the oil we need for precious repair kits. So we are not going to use tires. I do have some other ideas we can implement, so we'll just take a look at what we can and cannot do. In the meantime, we are going to finish up this, and to do so we are I don't need 20, I need 19, I think. I already did a count. Now the stupid thing is, although it says 19 here, it will still use up the others I explained. And okay, so place that, place that. All we need is 3 2 times 9 rams. We have 9 keys, so 3, 1, 3, 3. Come on, pick them up. Inventory full, right? Let's see. Oh, we've got company. Was when you least expect. We did have a blood moon overnight, but didn't see any zombies. This might be the 7th day horde. If it was pathetic. It's good, doesn't it? To run up from it, run up towards it. That's 3 pieces. Now, I don't know if you replied to my questions about what to do with the roof, but I am recording this back to back, so I haven't had time to read your comments. So I will read them, and I will come back to this build if you guys have good suggestions, and we will work those in. Now onto the playground. I am going to put it next to it. Here, we're just going to clear this. What I want to do is, well, a playground usually is on grass, so I am going to replace it with grass afterwards, but usually once the playthings are built on grass, a lot of children will just run up and will drag their feet on the grass, and that will slowly turn into sand. So spots where the play thingies, I don't know what to call that in English, are going to be on sand. So that makes it easy for us because we can just start building and eventually replace everything that doesn't have anything on top of it with the sand. Now I am a little bit bugged out by this one, so I'm going to remove that just for good measure. I have sand on me? Yep, I do. Although we might turn that into grass later. Most definitely we are, but this looks cleaner like this. So what we are gonna do, at least I'm gonna try to fit it all in, is a seesaw, a swing, a pull-up bar, a sandbox, and a slide. Now the sandbox is the easiest of all because it's sand, and we already have sand. So although I said I was gonna put in the grass afterwards, sandbox needs to be. We're not gonna do it real wide. It needs to be connected to the grass. See, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, corner, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill that in with grassy dirt. Now I'm going to have to leave this be for a little while, because if I put anything on top, and I'm going to use the wooden poles to make this into a nice sandbox, if I put those poles on top of it now, it will not convert to grass, and we will want it to be grass. So I'll do this while we're at it. Well, so as soon as this starts to turn green, we're going to continue on the sandbox. Now, onto the seesaw. What's a good spot for the seesaw? I think this is a good spot for the seesaw. Now, in my earlier tries at building a seesaw, I used metal pipes and road signs. But the road signs we have, let's see, private road. It says I can make a private road sign by placing 2 iron pipes here. When I do, it turns to scrap iron. So there's no way I can actually craft this. I don't know why, but it's really annoying. So we are going to have to figure out a different way to do it, and I think I found a way. At least I hope I did. So we are going to find out together. Now, where does the center of the seesaw need to be? I think it's here. And again, I know this is not going to turn into grass either, but at least we'll have it filled in. So I made up some cable. Like I said, last time I did some I used the road signs. This time I'm using the cable just as I have to, because there's no other way to do this. Those can't be turned sideways, and these can't be turned upside down, so where we need to go vertical we'll use these, and where we need to go horizontal we'll use these. Now for the seat, I made up some gravestone, and that's apparently not gonna work because this is in a half block height. Okay, first issue. These used to be connected to the road signs. Those were half in the blocks as well. Right, so we'll need to rethink that. We're not going to use a railroad. We will need to use a road sign for that. We'll just have to figure out how to do that. Is there a different sign we can use? Stop sign. That's going to require metal. Red with flowers. But we'll worry about that later. So you can see the idea. This needs to be connected by a bar to this side, and yeah, eventually we'll do that. Not right now, but that's starting to turn green. Good. Well, bigger rim around it. Don't clamp everything in the top. On to the, well, one of the easiest ones. That's the pull-up bar. Do we have, I thought I brought it with me. Apparently I haven't. Need wrought iron. Up. Now I have more metal cooking up, so if we don't have what we need, we can always run to the forge. That's wrought iron. Have any more? Link. Okay. I like it. Sorry. Just you. Now, if we're gonna do a swing set here, we might as well put this here. Something like that. Here. We're just gonna place vertical. And do we have more cable? No. First one was correct. Oh, this is our pull-up thingy. So that's the easiest one. This is nearly done, so we can start working with that. I'm a little bit bummed out that we can't finish that right now. Drop off stuff. But that's still. So this is as easy as can be. I'm just gonna wait for these to turn as well. So after that, it's a nice sandbox. Just sand, grass around and some wooden poles. I mean, you probably need to know what I meant with it to know that it's a sandbox. If not, yeah, still looks good anyway. Still bummed out. Now, too soon. Need to drop inside the wall. Although, I think the one yesterday dropped near its market. Okay, sandbox nearly done. Seesaw teeter-totter, yeah. Pull-up area. So we need to do the swing and we need to do the slide still. Let's do the swing first, because that's gonna be issue. Right? I do like the look of the wrought iron. Make more. Put some here before. Didn't I? Oh, those. Let's run back for some metal. About running back and forth, but as you can hear, it's still cooking up. Always such a long walk, but the reason why it's such a long walk is because we need to go outside of the walls, and this is built on bedrock. While we're here, I think Blue or Bax, either one of them, is building a subway station. Well, not a station, but a subway grill system. So they're tunneling underneath the entire area. Just hope they don't compromise the structural integrity, the buildings and the bases. Cause, yeah, I hate to see everything go crumbling down into one giant sinkhole. But I'm sure that they'll just stick to the roads. At least I think they thought about that. Yeah, it's gonna be cool to see how that finishes. Turns out. Sorry for the detour, guys, but got more company. What are you doing inside there? For some reason they just keep spawning in bases, and I'm sure they're sleeping back in there. Weird. So, wing. Now, this is gonna be a little bit bulky, just because we don't have the resources to do it in any different way. Thing is gonna. What we do is double swing. So one swing here, another swing over here. I hope it holds. If it turns out to be wonky on the structural integrity, we'll definitely do one. But in the meantime, we'll just shoot for two. Don't place those. Too expensive to misplace. mailbox is completed. Work with me. That high enough? I just figured out that did it the wrong way. The reason why it's wrong is I need to place a horizontal bar on top of it as well, and if I put the holes in that corner, you see what happens to the horizontal, it'll stick out, and I don't want that. So let's try that again. That. Yes. Same here, put them on outside. Come on, let me place. Right, and now to connect them. Hope it'll hold. Again, in my earlier builds of the playground, I used road signs for this. Makes it a lot easier and a little less problematic with structural integrity. So I'm doing this for the first time as well, guys, with these blocks, so just bear with me. Figuring out stuff together. Right, so that's the swing frame. Now we need to put in the swings. The way I figured it out. Oh, we're gonna have issues with those poles again. Let's see. Where did I put them? Those are our swing seats. Now, connect these. Don't despawn, please. Don't despawn. Yay, it works. Now, there. That's there you have it. Our swings are up. I do like these better than first swings I did with the road signs. That's just me. If you don't know what I'm talking about, in my channel is a playlist with builds I did on 7 Days to Die that RongoTheBold recorded. And go check out the community server, the first community server. I did a motel on there with a playground as well. I didn't do the sandbox there, but I did this, and that looked pretty good on there as well. I did this there as well, and I did a take on this, but this one looks so much better in my opinion. So just to finish this off, I know I said I was going to do it afterwards, but I just want to see what it looks like finished. This is going to stay sand because they're dragging their feet on that. This might turn out to be a little bit of a longer episode, but I just want to finish this now and see what you guys think of it. Looks a little bit wonky, so I'll flatten this out in a later stage. Now for the slide, we're already expanding outside of this, and I don't want that, so I might just cram the slide in here. I hope it's gonna turn out okay. I'm not really sure how it's gonna turn out because I never did a slide before. Well, I did a slide on that water themed episode Rongo did with Deandra in the co-op. Ramp. Right, so that's our slide. Now we need to get up there. We could do this. I don't want to extend it too far towards this. So, let's. Need more. That. Now to finish that off, I was thinking about. I only bring half of my. Probably did. I'm gonna use that. That anymore. Cables done. Up for now. Ladder left. Oh, did bring. Let me run back for my link real fast. No. Where did I put it? This is just to finish it off. In between episodes, I am going to figure out what to do with the swing, because I hate it to be suspended like this. Yep. There. There. Right. So now we have a slide. Whee! Did we do that one higher? Just happened. Come on, you can do it. Alright, I did that as well, and we'll just do that later. Right. We've got a slide. Now, I know this is running late, this episode, but we might as well just put in the other one as well that I was thinking of. And that basically is a monkey bar. Now, what we need for that, not that much. So what I'll do in between episodes is replace the sand with the fertile dirt, and I'll figure out how to do that seesaw. One short. Right, so now we've got monkey bars. Right, as I said, I'm gonna replace all the sand with the grass, and hopefully it'll turn out better than it did over here, but I'll fix this as well. See, fixed. And well, I'll see you guys in the next episode, next build. Let me know what you guys want me to build, because yeah, this is pretty much finished already. We just need to use some poles in here. Once I've found the solution, I will show you what I did, but yeah, I think we can call this build done as well, except for the blocks we're missing here. But like I said, I kind of like it, so we might as well leave it like that. Let me know what you think. Give a like, subscribe for more, and give your suggestions in the comments. And I'll see you in the next episode. Probably doing one of you guys' suggested builds. So yeah. Good night, and see you around. Bye.